Welcome to our podcast, Cacao Time. We are the New Earth Collective NZ, coming to you from New Zealand, which is where we like to think the New Earth is being created right now. 3 beautiful friends, Kelly, Ruth, and Simon, combining their talents to bring you a huge resource of healing wherever you are on your journey. This week, we are discussing, over a ceremonial cacao, men and their emotions, showing grief, being able to cry, and then the power of the water and intention. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our chats over a cacao, where we share our own thoughts, insights, and tools to help you navigate your human journey.
You beautiful souls, New Earth Collective NZ here on another podcast with some cacao. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Hello.
We're all here. We're all a bit cacao.
We're all here. We're all cacao.
We're all just listening to you.
Yeah.
Take it away, Simon.
All right. So I had an interesting event yesterday. My stepfather, from my ex-wife's stepfather, he passed away. So I just wanted to bring up that, obviously, a lovely man has now left. He was 84 years old, this man. And he spent most of his life working on a farm with kiwi fruit orchards. He was a boxer. He would do jet boating. He was just a hard man. And until 84, which he just passed away yesterday, he was still drinking half a bottle of gin and smoking rollies.
Yeah. This is not an advert, by the way.
Yeah.
We're not promoting this.
Yeah, I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying it was relatively impressive because every single day since I've known this man, and I've known this man for maybe 17 years.
Wow.
Every day. 84 years old. People were popping off in the 60s and earlier, and this man still would stand there and just roll smokes and drink, and these glasses will be 3/4 gin, a little bit of water at the top.
Oh, right.
Well, I couldn't do that now.
Yeah.
He was drinking gin and water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who drinks that?
Yeah. He was saying he was put tonic in and this and that, just, thirds and thirds, he would say, but he wasn't because you'd see him doing it. Just an absolute classic. But
Well, they do say it's medicinal gin. Maybe it actually is.
Yeah.
On some level.
Maybe. With all the sprays that this man has gone through in his life on the farms and stuff like this, and he's still drinking that. He's made it to 84. Highly impressive. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is the fact that anything happens that might be slightly emotional, he would break. He would bawl his eyes out in front of everybody. He wouldn't, and he would be a little bit embarrassed, but he would still do it. He had no control over his emotion. And the main thing I loved about this man was that he was willing to just cry, show his emotion. Like I was brought up the way, and I'm sure he was too. And I'm sure all you men out there, most of you men out there, have brought up the same way. Is you don't cry. It shows weakness. And I disagree.
Was your dad like that?
My dad wouldn't cry, no.
No.
No. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I remember my first funeral my main first funeral that I went to was a close friend of mine, and everyone's bawling their eyes out, and I'm sitting there. I've got someone next to me going, you can cry, you're allowed to cry. I'm like, I feel the pain, don't worry. And I did feel the pain, but I could not bring any tears. I was trying, but I just couldn't. And that's just conditioned.
Yeah.
I mean, I cry all the time now, and that's just because I'm aware about it, and I know I'm an empath, and I know what emotion is, and I know crying's beautiful.
So as a small boy, do you feel like there was like an inner voice or an energy that kind of said, don't cry, don't cry?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
You're a man. You don't cry.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that came from your father mainly, or all the men around you? Or
Did it come from my father? Well, my father's a very black and white sort of guy. He had an upbringing of being told he was useless and, you don't show emotion and blah, blah. And it just gets passed on to me. So I think, Dad. But, I mean, my mother, she left my dad and us when I was 8. And so she had quite an upbringing of being quite hard too.
Right.
There was not a lot of hugs. There was not a lot of I love you. There was none really.
Yeah.
And so I put it both. I suppose.
Yeah, I was going to say that generation in
Yeah.
general were not allowed to show emotion a
No,
lot.
they
eh?
weren't. In fact,
Not even
I'm thinking
females.
what I'm listening to here is lineage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lineage
Yeah.
of non-emotional people that were just conditioned generation after generation
Well,
not to show
Well, if you do, you get hit,
tears.
don't you?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and
You
it's
know?
vulnerability, right? You
Yeah.
can't show emotion.
No.
Either you're soft or weak or...
And you can't be held because that person hasn't
No.
accessed their own emotion.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, it's really sad actually when you think about the impact.
And you can feel that when you hug someone, eh?
Oh, yeah.
When they're just cold, you can just don't have that emotion. There's a coolness there.
Yeah, I remember at
noticed
my
it.
father's, around the time of my father's death, I had a couple of times where I just, the emotion kind of was overwhelming. And my mother could just only look at me.
Yeah.
She couldn't, she didn't have
She
it in
didn't
her
have
to even
Yeah.
give me a hug or
The
something. And
tools.
that's okay. That, that's...
Yeah, like I
That's
think
her-
they want to, but they just don't know how.
Yeah, I really do feel
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. I want. Like as I said, I spent my whole life not really getting told that I was loved. Yet I know that they did.
Yeah.
100% know that.
Yeah,
But to hear it makes quite a difference.
yeah,
Yet I speak it. I speak love, that word, all day, every day.
yeah.
And I say that to my son, and so he's a 27-year-old man that I'm saying, I love you. I love you. And he's
Nice.
going to love you too, Dad. Love you
Yeah.
too, Dad. And just the fact that he says that and
So
knows
important.
to say it, it goes quite far. And so,
So you've been a cycle breaker in your lineage,
Yeah.
effectively. Yeah.
I always knew that. I always knew when my son was born, I said, I'm going to make sure that you are loved. And I'm going to hug you and I'm going to tell you I love you. Because I don't think that just because we're two guys, that it's weird that I
Yeah.
give you a hug.
So
you
at
know?
which point in your life do you feel like you kind of, because you said as a young kid, right, that you weren't crying in a funeral, to the man you are now, like, do you feel like it was a gradual shift or there was something that sort of went, hang on a minute, I'm not doing it this way? Or was it the birth of your son,
Birth of my son
Right.
would actually be,
the activation?
that was a huge event for me. Huge event for me because I was right there. I went through, and I wasn't with the mother as
Right.
well.
Oh.
No. So that's, I don't know why she's saying this, but yes, we came to, I wasn't in love with her and I didn't want him being in a scenario of, because we would fight quite easily, and I'm not into arguments, so I would always lose, I suppose, in that sense. So I didn't love her like that. I wasn't in that sort of thing, so I chose not to. Yeah, so he was always born not having us as a mother
Oh,
and
that was
father.
his normal. Yeah.
So this was normal for him to be,
Yeah.
But because of what I knew I missed out on as a child and needed, so deeply needed, I just said to myself, I'm going to make sure that this boy knows what real love is.
Nice. Yeah.
And he expresses that too. I see him, especially towards women, that respect
Great.
and love and stuff like that. But he's still a man too. Like, he's a second dan black belt in Taekwondo and goes to the gym and pumps himself up. And
Isn't it funny though, because you're dressing him up as like, you're still kind of arguing that he's a man?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
can say I love you, it's like,
Yeah.
it's a bit soft.
And
Isn't that the societal?
and
That's
that is
exactly
what I'm
what we're
trying
talking
to.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't it
exactly.
interesting?
Like, even though as you're speaking,
I'm
you're
still
sort of
saying it. I'm still saying it, and that's conditioned.
yeah. A man that can say I love you is soft in some way.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's stronger.
And that's what I reckon. Like, this man who's just passed away. He is more of a stronger man, I reckon, than a man that's.
And so that
cry.
strength and vulnerability.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the key, isn't it? And
And that's a really good representation of the masculine, right? A man that can feel his emotions
Yes.
and also be the strength.
And still be the strength,
yeah.
because we still are that, and it's important to keep that. So all those guys out there, if you want to cry, stand up and cry, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and it actually heals you.
yeah, that somatic healing
releases.
piece is really
Yeah.
important, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
I don't think we fully understand the importance of the physiology of tears. And like you were talking to the fact that they're
Yeah.
full of
Well,
goodness.
Yeah, well, when you're in your mother's womb, that's a liquid form. That's water. Our bodies have got 80%, up to 80% full of water. And when you're born, the water breaks. So, you know what I mean? So water is so important. And, You know, like when you're born, right? And so when you cry, you're releasing liquid. So you're born again, you know, because you're not the same person. If someone passes away and you're spending a couple of days in tears and crying, you're not the same person after that.
No.
And that's why that is grief.
Yeah.
But grief is such an actual good thing. It's making you expand and grow.
Well, isn't it? And like, if you look at the alternative of not grieving, not crying, not feeling, like all that emotion sitting in that body, is really intense.
Yeah.
Really intense. I actually feel like my father passed away 5 years before my cancer diagnosis, and I don't know if I fully grieved him because I was brought up in a very don't show emotion. I was so confused with grieving, didn't really know how to grieve. I just got on with life. Yeah. You know, you just get back on with life.
You do.
And then I really feel like the cancer diagnosis was linked to that not being able to cry. Because I actually connect with this because I'm not a crier naturally. I was raised in a very masculine home, masculine energy mother and masculine father who never cried. 2 brothers.
Yeah, wow.
And never really saw a soft feminine growing up. So crying to me was scary.
Yeah.
Like,
it was.
crying to me was like the world was over.
Yeah.
It was unusual to witness.
Yeah. So I really connect with this on a female sort of level too. That
absolutely, that's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I grew up in a fairly sort of, I suppose, emotionally safe environment. My mum and dad are both Reiki trained.
right.
Oh, okay.
And my mum is massive, like feminine, and my dad would be like masculine. So I came from that, you know, both avoidant, hugely avoidant. But beautiful softness and gentleness. I didn't see my dad cry. I didn't see my dad cry, even through the fact that he would obviously have, you know, some access to emotions. But I think I've seen it once. And he's 78 this year.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Like, even pain, like you fall off your bike when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You wasn't allowed to cry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I was crying, everyone would be laughing at you.
Yeah.
You
Get
know?
back up.
Well,
You're all
whoa,
right. You know, brush it off.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those words I heard we used to hear.
Oh, totally.
I don't know.
I remember with my brothers, I have a vague memory, but they played rugby and it was always the magic water.
Yeah. Oh,
know?
The
water.
magic sponge.
Spray the magic water. You're okay. Get on with it.
I did that with my son when he was playing rugby. He hurt himself, and I was just, someone get the magic water, and it changes them straight away. As soon as you pour that water on their leg or whatever, they're just like up and okay, let's go.
Yeah, but in a way, was that suppressing it? Right?
Wow,
Not allowing them to
but
cry.
But the noticing, yes, that is true actually. But noticing the fact that the power of belief, my son would know and be healed because he believed that much.
Yes.
It was magic.
That was magic water.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Belief is
That is
bigger
actually
than
true.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Yeah.
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 And so with water, just sort of, I don't know, you wanted to say something?
Oh, I just got really excited because I suddenly made a connection in my brain and went running for the Gene Keys book because Gene Key 55, and this is something that is very relevant right now. The Dragonfly's Dream, it's called, and it's to do with the ascension and what we're going through as humans and how we are collectively and how we will be. And one of the physical changes that we're going to go through is genetic mutation and DNA coming online. But one of the physical changes is to do with salt. And it's really important because basically, you know, water holds memory and we know that. And when our emotions become very intense, we're releasing memory through the salt of the tears or sweat. So here's what we're doing. We're collectively purging. We're crying. We're sweating.
Yes.
We're getting rid of salt and memory out of the body. And at a physical level, it says this will occur through sweat, tears, and urine. So if we can consciously actually sweat, cry, and piss our way through this. Does that sound good to you? Right. So,
Sounds good to me.
That is the answer to grief.
I reckon. But who knew, right?
Crying.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Piss ourselves.
Sweet,
Well done.
Anyway, that was my 6 cents worth. Richard Rudd is a genius. I love that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But that's so important to cry again, right?
Right.
To release the salt in the body.
Yeah.
And
the memory.
Much less salt in the future. Our bodies will be less dense. We'll be going from carbon to silicone. And as part of that process, we're going to be getting lighter. And we won't want to ingest salt as much in the future. Like they say that we will eat less meat, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's an interesting link to like our mineral absorption at the moment, right? If we're clearing out density for our evolution, that we need a lot of salt or minerals at the moment to...
That's exactly it.
Yeah, sweat, cry, and...
Absolutely. And this happened to me last week when I couldn't, like my sleep was shot to bits and I couldn't work it out. And I finally realised I'd forgotten to take magnesium and zinc, which are really important.
Yep.
They're not in our soil anymore.
Yeah.
They pretty much, especially in New Zealand. We still have glyphosate and, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we need to supplement minerals like magnesium and zinc. Absolutely. We must. And then even more minerals are necessary. Things like I'm taking shilajit at the moment as well, which has got 80 different minerals. I can't name them all. But yeah, we need to be not just drinking water, but putting some mineral into the water. Yeah. Even if it's just some salt.
Yeah.
Which is why that gene key is so important, right?
Right.
Like in terms of our evolution. Yeah. To get that salt into our body, for us to release it, work it out.
Work it out. Get it out.
Yeah. That memory, that density, that...
Yes, that's it.
Oh, that's a beautiful connection to grief and allowing and feeling.
But that Gene Key 55 is worth a read. I mean, there's just so much in it, I can't even cover it. It's just huge.
Wow.
But that one piece just stood out as being important, And I love sauna at the moment as well, like sauna, the purging of sweating.
Yeah.
I know, I never used to be able to sweat. I couldn't sweat. I would go and play a hard-out game of sport, still wouldn't sweat. And it wasn't until I started doing regular sauna that my body actually felt like it could release.
I wonder if that was repressed as well.
Exactly. I think it was.
Could be.
I hugely think it was.
Yeah, because I've got fair skin and stuff, so I like my body. I can sweat if I'm doing something hard out, but I don't sweat shoes like I don't have BO. My body doesn't produce enough sweat for it to smell.
Yep.
Which is quite weird, eh?
That's handy.
It is handy.
Have you tried sauna?
Yeah.
So you'll
and
fully
I do sweat. Yeah.
Hard
out. Yeah.
Sauna's beautiful.
Sauna's great. The more you sauna, the more you sweat, which is quite healthy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I used to sauna really regularly, and it would just be like boom, you know, like. And
good sauna and a good cry.
A good sauna.
So what do you do? So here's a question: what do you do if you do feel like you've got repressed emotion, but the tears aren't coming? Like, there's a good question. What do you actually do? Watch a sad movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find something that will make you cry. Find something sad, or find something, or think of something, or music. There'll be a particular song that might be related.
What tunes
to
make you cry?
Oh my God, there's this country music song that's connected to my sister-in-law who we lost in 2015 as well, and it's this beautiful song about basically losing a young mum. And I still to this day cannot hear it without crying.
Awesome.
You know, and at the time for her, that's what I listened to. For my dad, well, he was a singer, so I just listened to any of his music. Not that makes me cry, because there is happy memories too.
Oh, his music lives on.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's got about 6 CDs, I think, 5 CDs. Yeah, so for me it was music. That really connects with me. Sometimes it is a movie, you know, but like I say, I'm not really a big crier, so my husband sits there bawling his eyes out and I'm kind of okay. There.
See, and that's good. Yeah.
You see the kids, though, it's beautiful. You see the
that's
kids
right.
both get up and give him a hug.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, it's okay.
How cool's that?
I love that. Yeah.
How cool's that?
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
I don't know. What about you? How do you kind of...
I don't know. I recently I found myself spontaneously crying a lot, and so I have asked myself that same question. If I need to take a moment to have a cry, I no longer stop myself because, you know, for example, the dinner needs done and my daughter's, you know, needs something. Previously, I would shelve it and think, well, I'll have a cry later when I've got time, inverted commas, when I've got time to express. Well, no, having it in the moment is really important.
Yeah, because it will actually move faster too.
Right, well, that's it. I mean, it's actually, I mean, I've heard this, I'm not an expert, but I've heard that if you can sit with an emotion for sort of longer than 90 seconds, you can help it come through the body and leave. So rather than stopping yourself having had a minute's worth of crying, if you can just keep going and be in it, you can shift it through.
Absolutely, you can shift it through because you're aware that you're upset about something,
right?
And you're actually going to ask yourself the question, why am I really upset about this? And if you look into that, you'll take yourself back to a time in your life that made you experience.
Yeah.
You experienced something that made you feel emotion to that, and that stuck with you. So when that comes up, it keeps you
And grief is
crying.
sticky, right?
And
So
that's movement.
one piece of grief relates to another. So you could start crying about one thing, and then it's like, oh, hang on, there's this other thing, and then
it's like the wave, right?
And they'll all be tied to something.
Sure.
Of an event that might have happened to you that brings that up.
And interesting how you put that, because I've never thought about it this way. If you don't cry, that memory stays with you.
Correct.
Right? As dense energy. Yep. If you cry and you connect the dots, it's hopefully a beautiful releasing of whatever was stuck back then, right?
Yep. And that's releasing beliefs.
And that's it.
Yeah. Program beliefs.
Yeah.
That's been,
And I've got a trigger process. Like I work through a trigger process.
Cool.
If I can remember to. Because when you're triggered, you're highly emotional.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you're quite often in it.
Yeah.
So the trigger process I've got on my phone, it's a copy-paste job. And I just use my phone because it's easy. It's in there, in the notes section. And it's a 5-step process. And it's essentially, feeling the body. Where is the problem? What's going on in the body? So body scan.
Yeah.
To see whether it's a tightness in the throat, it could be pain in the chest, a feeling of heaviness, whatever it is, wherever it sits within the body. And then just naming that emotion. What is it? And you can Google that emotions wheel and have a look. Is it anger, anxiety, sadness, grief, whatever, despair? Yeah. And then just writing out the whole story of how that has come about. What is this? Really going into some detail. And then the fourth piece, the 5 steps, the fourth piece is to ask my guides, what is this? Tell me about this.
You're asking. Tell me why.
So I've given you my story of what this is.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
And get the reflection.
Yeah.
And that comes through with love light energy, and it's always very assuring and positive and sometimes surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can drop into that space of, receiving guidance. And then the fifth thing is hand on heart, just letting love flow from your hand to your heart, and just assuring yourself, giving yourself that love, and picking one thing in the moment that will one piece of guidance that will help in that moment. And it could be something like go for a beach walk, have a bath, have a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
So there's a
stop.
Yeah. So I can share this trigger process. I can share this in the notes.
I was just going to say,
of the podcast because it can be really, really helpful.
Absolutely, that would be a great idea.
How about they go to our website?
Oh yeah,
and we can send them a download.
On the website. There's an idea.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah,
awesome.
That's beautiful. The trigger process.
Yeah,
I love it.
And with the old crying, water, liquid, I suppose, that our bodies are obviously 70 to 80% full of water. Intentions. So there was that Japanese scientist, what was his name?
Dr. Emoto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About water, where he tests, and puts love and then hate on them. And when he looks at that water, what comes out of that beautiful snowflake for love and all this broken, not looking good snowflake for hate was phenomenally crazy, quite different.
Absolutely.
And so, when you think about that, just his intention on how he can change the structure of that water with an intention of love or hate. One's a positive, one's a negative. What are you doing to your body?
Yeah.
That's got 70 to 80% of water in it. When you're spending all day in a dark place thinking negatively, what is that doing to your body compared to if you're spending all day feeling love and snowflakes and joy and gratitude? And what's that doing to your body?
Or how can you shift your state from one to the other?
And that's just being aware of that and shifting that,
using
and
water.
changing that.
Yeah,
you automatically feel better.
Exactly. I remember I used intentions through my healing journey, and when you're in a dark place, it's really hard to feel like love and energy. And so my intention every day would be, I set the intention to feel good today. Good was okay. Good was manageable. And then I would always have this moment, like, that would just pop in and go, oh, I am feeling good today. It could be a fleeting, energy, but it always connected. I was like, oh, this is working. And so good was for me like a manageable step when you're feeling really dense and dark and the world's over kind of stuff. And now for me, it's like, I want to feel amazing today. I want to, like, so I've graduated in my intentions.
You're changing those words slightly.
But I feel like the first one, when you're really dark, is just something that you can just elevates you that slight. Have you seen that vortex of emotions? It kind of comes in and then it's out.
Yeah.
It's like choosing one emotion that's just up from where you are.
Yes.
And then you can work with the next one.
Little steps at each time.
Yeah, because I feel like someone that's in a really dark place cannot even imagine feeling good.
No, and to put that into context, Kelly,
yeah.
At that point, you were facing into a pretty bleak diagnosis.
I didn't know where it was going. Yeah.
Right. No. So you were dealing with cancer. Yeah.
I was facing the potential that I could die.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's just to give the context to where you were at that point.
Exactly.
So reaching good from that point is incredible.
Oh, exactly. And it was a stretch. But it worked. It worked. And the power of water, the intention, it was like putting intention into my food, putting intention into my water, putting intention even, you know what? It was when I was driving, because I'd be by myself and I'd just speak out to the universe. It's like, I set the intention to feel good today,
I'd do it when I jump into the shower.
There you go.
That sounds
a trigger point.
I'd have a shower and I'd literally
routine.
just imagine it, wash all that negative dark stuff that's been happening or how I'm feeling off, and it's going down the drain, and I'm imagining it down the pipes of the drain,
Like a real cleansing.
It's cleansing, and it's reborn. Like it's a rebirth. When you have a shower, it's a rebirth. When you go for a swim, it's a rebirth. Like if you're stressed or anxiety or you're having a real bad day, go stick your head in a bucket of water. You actually will feel better afterwards.
Stick your head in a bucket of water. I love that.
Might look funny, but
the
hot cold therapy does wonders for people, because it really shocks the body into something other than misery, right?
Yeah.
If you're feeling like shit and you go for a sauna ice bath, you're not going to feel the same.
No.
It's a dopamine hit.
Yeah. Even a dip in the ocean with all that salt water, I really feel like is a game changer for me. I went for a dip every week last winter,
Did you?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and honestly, you come out, you don't want to get in.
No, definitely don't want to get in.
Every time I was like, why the hell am I doing this? But every time I would leave going, I'm so grateful I did that, and it was a shift of energy. It was a bolt of,
Well, I've been doing the sunrise swims down at the Main with Jacinda. So she's got a group that goes at 6 a.m. all year round. And in the depths of winter, it was like,
wow.
It was cold and dark.
Yeah.
And then the sun comes up.
Oh, yeah, wicked.
That's
it's
amazing.
Just stunning. But those groups are really beautiful. She does a meditation in the dark.
Oh,
and then the sun comes up and we all jump in. And
sure.
It's beautiful. But afterwards, you can't feel your body.
Yeah.
For a long time.
So numb.
Like driving home, going, oh my God. And then into the hot shower. Oh my God. That's such a joy. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's one to look at. She does them every Wednesday morning.
Awesome.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely talk about that Kiwi girl that has done all that work on water as well. She's got a big book out.
Veda Austin. Yes, absolutely. The intelligence of water. So she's taken Dr. Emoto's work with the water, the love and the hate, the freezing of water, and she's developed a modality called crystallography, which is fascinating. And really, the intelligence of water is beyond that which we can really comprehend. But her work is really is fascinating.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we should put a link in the link in the comments to people who are interested in.
Absolutely. We did it with my kids. We had a simple experiment with love and with hate, and it just even showed the kids, like we spoke lovingly to one and we said horrible words to the other, and it's there. Like it's just so easy.
And it's so powerful though, isn't it? Isn't it so powerful?
Yeah.
And then just to bring it back again, obviously, what are we doing to our bodies and ourselves? Well, now with our thoughts. So powerful. So powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's a conscious awareness of self-talk.
Yes.
Which is tough.
Yes,
right? Because we run on a lot of unseen programs.
Yeah.
In terms of when something goes wrong or upsets you during your day, how quickly you can spiral into, I'm a failure, I'm terrible, blah, 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 blah. It's how you bring yourself out of that with intention, right? Like in terms of, catching it.
Yes.
Catching it, which is tough.
Yeah.
Because you can find yourself really low without going, how did I get here?
Yeah.
How did I get here? But when you think about it, it's like, oh, that
That's
started
how I got
it,
there.
triggered it.
Yeah.
But your programming took you there, right? And it's so unconscious. But I feel like the power of intention makes it conscious. What am I choosing to say to myself? What am I choosing to believe?
Which beliefs are real?
Why would I say that to myself?
Yeah.
Why would I
You'd
actually
never
use
say
those
it to a
words?
friend.
So this is how I worked through a lot of my actual beliefs, was the fact of this. Because I heard about this water many years ago, about the thought of water and the intention. So I would do that. I would say to myself, why am I thinking that way? So you're being aware that a negative thoughts come up. And so your awareness is the most important thing. That's like 80% of the work done just by being aware of something.
Yeah.
So you have a negative thought. Why would I think about that? Why would I have that dark negative thought? Where would that come from? Do I think that's real? No, I don't think that's real. Do I want to think that? No. So why? And then just relax, and there'll be a time in your life that brought you something that relates to that thought.
Yeah.
And even if you can't find the root of the cause too, because I'm really delving into generational healing too at the moment, you're almost born with it in the womb sometimes too, right?
Oh yeah, you're carrying so much that's not yours.
You're carrying generations of negative
Generations.
beliefs.
Oh, absolutely. And the first thing for me, before going to thoughts, my first awareness came through with the words that I was speaking. And so when I became aware of my narrative and my words that I was using, suddenly it became really clear that I was creating my reality with my words. And I had to start unwinding some of the things I was saying, because I was recognizing that I was creating my reality, and some of it was not the reality I wanted to see.
Oh, I bet.
No, exactly.
And so the words is important. If you start to bring a spotlight to what you're saying and the things that you're telling yourself or telling others, and then my next challenge, once I'd cleaned that one up, was to think about the thoughts, because the thoughts were creating the words.
Yeah.
So I'm still in that.
And you change those thoughts and then change those words. They're the old words, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
I used to think that 24/7.
Yes.
24/7. I am not good enough.
Yeah, and when you think it, you get confirmation from the universe, right?
You do.
Yes.
So
Because everything's a reflection of what you're thinking.
You'll be like, oh, there it is again.
Yeah.
Yep, I told myself I'm not good enough.
Yeah, it's just proof that
And
I'm
the
not.
things that we've been told as well, like living here on the land, I've told myself and I've had it told to me, oh, you're no good at practical things. And so therefore that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That you can't learn anything new. Well, that's absolutely bullshit. You can just jump on YouTube and teach yourself just about anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and you're more than capable of all the work you're doing.
Yes.
I can empty my shit bin.
Exactly.
I can use a lawnmower. I've taught myself a lot of things.
Yes, I've achieved. I can empty a shit.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of help as well. So I am grateful for that. But now we're in this age of technology. To say I can't, you simply need to search Google to figure out how you can.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. I ended up many years ago getting a big piece of white paper, A3 size of paper, and I wrote, I am enough, and I put it on the mirror in my ensuite. I also put an alarm on my phone at 9 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was the same sound as my text message, so it made me pick my phone up. It said, I am enough.
Right.
Oh,
And so in the middle of the night, if I need to go to the bathroom, I'm walking past and I'm not looking at it. It's just in the side of my eyes that I notice that goes straight into your brain.
That's brilliant.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're half asleep.
Yeah.
And so you're
And the
open
I
to
am
all
statement
that.
is the power statement,
is
right?
it's the most powerful.
Just I am.
I am.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you say it, don't you feel an energy shift?
I do feel I'm
Like you
tingling.
suddenly go,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I simply am, and that's okay.
It's so good. So good.
I love that. I actually, last night was the first night, I don't know why it came about, but as I was going to sleep, I was whispering intentions to myself.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I am okay. I am worthy.
Yeah.
I am blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I was like, oh, this is a nice way to go to sleep.
Yep. It is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. If we could do that every night.
Yeah.
See how the world changes.
You just need to do a meditation that we can all listen to, Kelly, that has the I am.
All right.
affirmations.
I will.
Yes.
Because I'm not good enough has been my core belief.
Yep. Same.
Oh,
For a
yeah.
long
All of
time.
us. That's
Yeah.
a collective belief.
It is.
Yeah.
It is because they want you to think that you're not good enough,
That's
Yeah.
right.
don't they?
Yeah.
If you're not good enough, you'll never try.
That's right.
You know, you'll never push the boundary.
Well,
You'll
even
never...
what Ruth was saying before, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, when people are saying you can't do something, that's control, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
that is putting you in a box and you are not allowed to grow.
Exactly.
You know,
Well, it's time to undo that one, isn't it?
Let's undo that, shall we?
Yes, absolutely.
I love it.
The crying, yeah. I
the
just
water.
wanted to put out there to all you men out there, you know, if you are like the way I used to be, and majority of men out there, where you don't cry, you stay tough, you stay hard, you go hard, you be hard, you can still do that, and you can still be that person. You can also cry and show emotion and be there for someone in an emotional state. It is a lot more powerful. And I tell you what, the respect you get is phenomenal. Because I had respect for this man because he was willing to stand up in front of anyone and just bawl his eyes out. This real tough man. It's just impressive. And I think we all should be that way. So yeah, try it.
Yeah,
Have a
fully
cry.
agree. Fully agree.
Beautiful. And then the whole relation to grief and feeling it and intention of how to move through it,
And how
right?
to move through it, yeah.
With allowing the power of the tears,
Yep.
power of the water.
Let those tears go into your mouth because I noticed that yesterday. Tastes pretty good. You can taste all the minerals, eh? You can,
We said that in the last
and salt
podcast,
and
eh?
everything.
Yeah.
I did bring it. I was
That's
actually paying
good.
attention to it. And I was like, it's actually
We
not
were
too bad.
preparing you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah, let
All
the
right,
tears
guys.
flow.
Well, that's our podcast for today, and we will see you at the next one.
Yeah, much
Next time.
love.
Thank you for listening to our podcast today. For more information on New Earth Collective NZ, check out our website below and all of our socials for each of us individually. See you next time.